In the 70s here in central Oklahoma, 80s along the Red River. Today it's really warm already, very close to the 70s, as we've got all of that warm air coming in from the south ahead of this system. What you see on satellite, you can see the center of the low in Colorado spinning around. They're still getting mountain snow there, and you see a little bit of action up in Kansas, stretching all the way now into Oklahoma, the front sweeping its way in, and here we go. Some showers up to the northwest, showers to the southwest, and a little bit of thunder and lightning down to the southeast with this cluster that's moving up toward Ada. Everything very quiet right now here in Oklahoma City. Here's a little bit more of a zoomed in view east of Sulphur, between Sulphur and Atoka, the heaviest of some of that rain, and a thunderstorm about to pass up toward Hugo and Choctaw County from the Red River. Here's our action that would be drifting up into the metro as we go over the next couple of hours. You see it riding up I-44 there, and then some of those additional showers up toward the northwest. Very relaxed and no lightning up here in northwest Oklahoma, just simply not conducive for stronger storms there. Our severe threat is going to be along I-35 and areas to the east as we go through the rest of this afternoon. Future Next Gen showing storms continuing to build and blossom as we go through the 3 o'clock hour. I would not be surprised if we already had a storm right around Oklahoma City by that point. And you look south along I-35 from Ada through Ardmore, additional storms forming there. A ton of action in southeastern Oklahoma and into Arkansas by this point. Fast forward a few more hours, storm coverage continues to erupt, especially as the dry line starts to press farther into the state and toward I-35. So some very warm sector storms out in eastern Oklahoma, a lot of clusters of cells, and then a line of storms behind that forms as we head into the evening, and then marching its way along in east of I-35. I will mention every single model run that's come in with this, it's been pushing it just a little bit more to the west. So that's why we've continued to hold that severe threat along I-35 over the last couple of days here. As the storms continue to move off to the east, they'll be strongest in eastern Oklahoma, but still something very worth watching along the I-35 and I-44 corridor as we go through the especially early evening hours. By tonight, here's 10 o'clock, we're drying out. All the rain is off into eastern Oklahoma, and the model suggests that maybe a sprinkle or two on the back edge of this, but our rain chances really collapsed by that point. 66 Oklahoma City, a very hazy look on our Norman Regional Cam and our Pike Pass Sky Cam network, but the key is that moist air coming in from the south, and it is also really warm. Mid and upper 60s central Oklahoma, 70s to the east, to the south, and to the southeast. That is very unstable air mass, much chillier up to the northwest where things have fallen back down in the 40s there. So struggle to warm, but might be able to hit 61 in Woodward. But you see all these upper 60s and 70s for highs today. That's going to be plenty enough warm air for storms that will generally begin along I-35. Could strengthen right up to it and then move off to the east as we go through this afternoon. Some panhandle storms possible, mainly showers as they will be colder there. And then later into the evening, say after 7 o'clock, that's when we start to shut down our threat for storms here along I-35, and they continue to push off into eastern Oklahoma. And it is also worth mentioning with that storm risk that we will have some low end to moderate instability in the atmosphere with that very warm, not very January-like air that we have, but that gets swept out as we head into the overnight as well and eventually out of our hair. Main storm zone, again, along just west of I-35. Low-end storm threat, golf ball size hail more likely off into the east. We'll take a look at the hail zone in a second. And then that moderate shading for severe weather from Ardmore up through the Tulsa Metro and Miami. So we go to the extreme eastern portion of our viewing area that we would like to key in on later this afternoon and through this evening for strong and severe thunderstorms that likely will see some rotation in them. You see kind of a blanket here of some of these spinning updrafts as storms form and mature. So we do have that tornado threat as far west as just west of I-35 through this afternoon. Highest well off into eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, something certainly to watch as storms go from northeast Texas into Oklahoma. That's also where our key in for some of the larger hailstones is, but in Oklahoma City and up to the northeast, we could see some quarter-size hailstones, certainly not out of the realm of possibility, and wind gusts 55 to 65 miles per hour with a bulk of these storms. But as they go east and strengthen, could see some wind gusts much higher than that. Overnight tonight, not all that bad. 38 in Oklahoma City, and we dry out, freezing up to the northwest. And you'll notice a little bit cooler of an afternoon as we go through the next few, with highs back in the 50s, even 40s on Thursday. New Year's already here, so I forgot to take that one out. But we got another cold front coming in for this weekend that'll chill things off Saturday and Sunday. Lisa, that's all I got. Back to you.